Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brad Sigurdson, and I'm the Vice President of Environment, Safety, and Regulatory Affairs for the Saskatchewan Mining Association. I would like to thank you all for taking the time to help us recognize the amazing safety achievements of 3 of our SMA member companies. Before we begin, I would like to let you know that we will be muting everyone except the speakers to minimize the disruptive noises that can accompany webinars. I would also ask that everyone turn off their video to help us conserve bandwidth. Just so you're aware, we will also be recording this presentation. For the speakers, please remember to unmute yourselves and turn on your video when it's your turn to speak, and then turn them off again when you're finished. It is now my great pleasure to introduce my friend, safety mentor, part-time rapper, and your MC for the next 30 minutes, Mr. Gord Winkle. Gord is the director and chair of the David and Joan Lynch School of Engineering, Safety, and Risk Management at the University of Alberta. Gord retired as a vice president from Syncroad Canada Limited and joined the University of Alberta in 2010, and has supported the establishment of the David and Joan Lynch School of Engineering, Safety, and Risk Management. His work to improve safety and technology in the mining industry has led to 3 Distinguished Lecturer Awards from the Canadian Institute of Mining in 2002, 2008, and 2013. Gord also received the CIM Mining Safety Leadership Medal in 2019. Gord chairs the John T. Ryan Safety Committee for the CIM. He adjudicates the Hatch CIM Mining and Minerals Project Development Safety Award and is a member of the CIM Executive Safety Strategy Committee. He is also an executive advisor on the Alberta Mining Safety Association Board. Gord is a member on the safety boards and committees across many industries and works to provide support in risk management and organizational effectiveness across North America. Gord, I'll turn it over to you now to lead us through the program. And again, anyone that's not speaking, if you can mute your mics and turn off your videos, please, that would be appreciated. Gord, take it away.
All right, well, thank you very much, Brad, and good afternoon. What a great story. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you here as we recognize not 1, not 2, but 3 Saskatchewan Mining Association recipients for the John T. Ryan Safety Trophies this year. As many of you know, this recognition would normally be done in conjunction with our own CIM National Convention, which is held annually in Canada, but due to the pandemic situation, it was appropriately decided that the 2020 CIM convention in Vancouver would in fact be canceled. And, well, never waste a good crisis. We're therefore pleased that these operations are now being recognized virtually. That's right, people have innovated and made things come together, and hats off to the Saskatchewan Mining Association for this effort. You know, as chair of the John T. Ryan Safety Trophy Committee, I've continued to be impressed by the level of commitment to safety by mining companies across Canada, and further, their commitment of continual safety improvement. I also greatly appreciate the efforts of our government departments that oversee the regulation of safety at Canadian mines, and our wonderful mining safety associations in every jurisdiction for their supportive work. During our John T. Ryan Safety Committee meetings, we continue to discuss ways in which we might further the goal of zero harm to our workers. In fact, this year we've struck a subcommittee that's looking at ways where we can recognize companies for their efforts by focusing on leading indicators rather than lagging indicators like injury statistics. You know, it's not going to be easy to implement, but we're excited by the challenge that it presents as we again innovate to our future. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Cam Parker, Territory Sales Manager with Mine Safety Appliances, or MSA, a 100-year-plus company that has been supporting mining. Cam has supported, in turn, the mining industry for more than 33 years himself, covering the province of Saskatchewan. His field of expertise is industrial, fire service, and fall protection. He's been a longtime supporter of the Saskatchewan Mining Association and their ongoing projects for many years, including the SMA's Emergency Response Mine Rescue Skills Competition, GeoVenture, and the Youth First Responder Boot Camp. Cam, could you please lead us through the background of the John T. Ryan Safety Trophy? Thank you.
Thanks, Gord. Good afternoon, everyone. A little history on the John T. Ryan Awards. The John T. Ryan Awards were named in honor of our founder of of the Mine Safety Appliances Company, or MSA, who donated the award to the Canadian Institute of Mining, Metallurgy and Petroleum, or known as CIM, in 1941. As noted here, the mining industry is divided into 3 mining sections: metal mines, select mines, and coal mines. There is one Canada National Trophy for each of these sectors. For metal mines, the industry is divided into 4 geographical regions: British Columbia and Yukon, the Prairie Provinces and Northwest Territories, Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritime Provinces. There is one regional trophy for each of these regions. For select mines, the industry is divided into 2 regions: Manitoba and Western Provinces and Territories, Ontario and the Eastern Provinces. There is one regional trophy that is available for each of these regions. The trophies are presented based on recommendation from the John T. Ryan Safety Trophy Committee. This committee consists of heads of the provincial and territorial mines inspection organizations, the heads of the provincial and territorial mining associations, and certain ex officio members. The injury rate is used to evaluate applications and is calculated by multiplying the number of reportable injuries by 200,000 and dividing by the number of hours worked in the unit of competition for the competition period. For the purposes of the JTR, reportable injuries are those that are classified as moderate work or lost time injuries. MSA's commitment to safety, and clearly demonstrated by our more than 100 years of history in developing and supplying the mining industry with safety-related products that they need to help ensure the health and safety of workers, and by our almost 80 years of support for the John T. Ryan trophies. Gord, back to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Cam, for that good overview. And, you know, as we progress into the rest of this celebration and recognition of excellence, we're going to be introducing some of the mines that were recipients in our last award cycle. And I will tell you that, you know, be prepared, because there's going to be some pictures that come up. I've been assured, though, by everyone that these pictures reflect historical photographs that were prior to the pandemic. So you need not be concerned when you, in fact, see our well-deserved recipients in photograph, but at a time when they celebrated previous achievements. And now let me move on. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Don Morgan. Don Morgan, Minister of Labor Relations and Workplace Safety, who will in fact help today to recognize our well-deserved John T. Ryan Trophy recipients. Mr. Morgan was first elected in 2003 as the MLA for Saskatoon Southeast constituency. He was re-elected in the 2007, 2011, and 2016 provincial elections. In August 2017, Minister Morgan was appointed Minister of Justice and Attorney General. He also serves as Minister of Labor Relations and Workplace Safety, Minister responsible for the Workers' Compensation Board, the Global Transportation Hub, SaskTel, and the Chair of the Caucus Legislation and Regulation Review Committee. The former Deputy Premier has also served as Minister of Education and Minister of Advanced Education. Mr. Morgan practiced law in Saskatoon from 1979 to 1988 and 1992 until 2007. From 1988 to 1992, he was chair and CEO of the Saskatchewan Legal Aid Commission and was appointed Queen's Counsel in 1990. Mr. Morgan served on the Saskatoon Public School Board from 1999 to 2003, including a term as board chair. He was board chair of the Mendel Art Gallery, as well as volunteering with numerous other charitable organizations. It is my pleasure to now introduce to you Minister Morgan, who is joining us here today.
Thanks very much, Gord, for the very kind introduction. My mom just turned 99 years old, and last year I'd taken her out to an event, and I used that introduction about past cabinet barfos. My mom leans over to me and whispers in my ear, "You never really could hold a job, could you?" Anyway, it's my privilege to be here. I want to thank the Saskatchewan Mining Association for inviting me to take part in this recognition of safety excellence. Over the years, and it's been a lot of years because I've held this portfolio now for over 10 years, it's been my pleasure to help recognize strong, safety-minded organizations at the Emergency Response Mine Rescue Skills Competition Awards Banquet. While we couldn't be together in person the same way this year, I'm pleased that we can meet virtually to recognize these very major and significant safety achievements. Thank you all. I'm turning it back to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. And so in that regard, we'll just come online here again. It gives me a lot of pleasure to introduce our first recipient. This is going to be the first recipient of the John T. Ryan Awards. And this is going to go to the Westmoreland Mining LLC Poplar River Mine, who's being recognized as the 2020 recipient of the John T. Ryan National Safety Award for coal mines. Poplar River's injury rating in 2019 was 0, an amazing safety achievement by any measure. I would like to mention that Poplar River also received the National Award for Coal Mines in 2002, as well as last year. Congratulations, hearty congratulations go out to Nathaniel Huckabee, Tracy Welder, and the whole Poplar River Mine for their amazing safety achievement. Thank you again, and congratulations on this well-deserved award. I'm now going to continue with these awards, and I'm going to present the second award to you today. And in this award, I'm going to highlight our next recipient, that being the Mosaic Company Esterhazy Mine, who have been recognized as the 2020 recipient of the John T. Ryan Regional Safety Award for Select Mines West. Esterhazy's injury rate in 2019 was 0.06. Another wonderful achievement. And they've worked hard to be inclusive and to, in fact, embrace safety across both their workforce and contractors alike. I would like to highlight that the Mosaic Company, in fact, made the decision to incorporate all contractors, as well as their company employees, from their K1, K2, capital, and inflow operations at Esterhazy into their injury statistics. This in order to better capture the overall safety of their operations. I applaud them for making this decision. I should also note that this decision was made with integrity, as they could have actually chosen to submit only the K1 mine statistics And for this, they would have received a national trophy, and they would, in fact, have achieved a 0 injury rating. The Esterhazy combined 50-plus year history of the John T. Ryan trophies indicates some 14 national select trophies, as well as 10 regional select West trophies. It is truly a legacy of excellence in mining safety. And our congratulations goes out to Dustin McSimchuk, Neil Hungle, and their Esterhazy teams for their achievement and for their ongoing commitment to safety excellence. And you know, I've had a little bit of a run here, and now I'd like the Honorable Minister Morgan to confer our last and remaining award. Thank you.
Thanks very much. It's my pleasure to present our last trophy to Cameco Corporation, Cigar Lake Mine. Recipient of this year's John T. Ryan Regional Safety Award for metal mines, prairies, and territories. Cigar Lake had an injury rate of 0.68 in 2019. Cigar Lake has received the Regional Metal Mines Award for the Prairie Provinces and Territories in 2010, 2018, and 2019, as well as this year. All of the workers at this mine can be proud of their safety record over the years. Congratulations to Lloyd Rowson, Trent Hamilton, and the team at the Cigar Lake Mine on this excellent safety achievement. Thank you very much.
And thank you again, Minister Morgan, for joining us here today and conferring that last prestigious award. You know, as was mentioned for the 3 recipients earlier this afternoon, SMA members have continued to be safety leaders and have been recipients of numerous John T. Ryan safety trophies over the years. The next slide shows the long and prestigious history of SMA member John T. Ryan Trophy recipients going back to 1955. 1955, when the El Dorado M&R operations at the Beaver Lodge mine was awarded the Regional Metal Mines Trophy for the Prairie and the Territories. And I think, Brad, if we look at that next slide, we will in fact see that particular listing.
I have it up on my screen, Gord. Maybe it's
Okay.
slow in loading.
And I don't, and so that's fine. I'm glad everyone else can see it. And when you do, it's also a good test of your eyesight. But the key is, when you look at the listing, it is truly an impressive legacy of achievement. Well, you know, there it is. Having gone through that history now, what I'd like to do is turn it back to Minister Morgan. Minister Morgan is going to share with us some personal comments regarding today's proceedings. Over to you, Minister.
Good. Thanks very much for the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan, on behalf of myself. It's my privilege to be here. I think mine safety and your industry have done a really, truly remarkable job of the focus on safety and driving the numbers down to amazingly low numbers. I think I mentioned before at these events that I have a brother that was on the mine rescue team for Potash Corporation of America, the Patience Lake mine, and it was something he took a lot of pride in. They weren't called upon very often, but when they were, it was something that he took a great deal of satisfaction. They were actually able to prevent or reduce or minimize injuries. So it's something that should be important to all of us. And I feel as a Saskatchewan resident, I've got a personal stake in it. So what I would like to do is just close by congratulating all 3 of this year's John T. Ryan Trophy recipients. It's a well-deserved honor. It shows the priority that the mining industry puts on health and safety in this province. Saskatchewan mines have been frequent winners of the National John T. Ryan Safety Awards. What that shows is the health and safety of the thousands of workers in this province who have made a career in mining is truly important. We've seen over the years how our industry continuously works to improve its safety record. To me, that's something that's a value added every day. When you can have every employee going home safe to their family, friends, and community, at the end of the day, That's worth every hour spent in safety training and planning. I'm so proud of Saskatchewan's mining sector and the role it plays in sustaining innovation, building investment, creating job opportunities for thousands of citizens, and linking local, rural economies to the global marketplace. The mining sector plays a key role in helping keep Saskatchewan strong economically so that we're able to grow and build strong communities and strong families. This makes safety in your industry more important now than ever. The last few months have changed the way all of us look at health and safety in our jobs, in our homes, and in our communities. COVID-19 has brought about a deeper appreciation of the importance of keeping everyone safe and the responsibility that each one of us has in doing our part to create safe workplaces now and for the future. Your work is essential to helping our province stay on a steady path for growth, and for that, I thank you. I also thank you for continuing to put health and safety first, for putting people first. We need each other for Saskatchewan to succeed, and we need health and safety to be part of that roadmap for success. Let's continue to work together towards Mission Zero and towards a stronger and safer Saskatchewan. Thanks to all of you.
Well, and thank you again, Minister Morgan, for being part of our program here today and for your leadership. Yes, leadership with respect to ensuring the health and safety of workers in Saskatchewan. And you know, that's really what this is all about. It's about leadership, as we've talked, and it's about extending that leadership right to the front line. Decade over decade, year over year, we have seen mining safety improve. You know, it's interesting to reflect that in some jurisdictions, mining associations across that particular area are fully doing 10 to 15 times better than the industrial average in terms of safety achievement. And a thanks really goes out to one, leaders like Minister Morgan and others that lead operations across this fine province, and also to the men and women of mining who make safety happen, one day, one action at a time. And so let me end the way I started. What a good story. All of you here today, thank you for your efforts. This concludes our program for the afternoon. Thank you for your participation. And I would like to remind everyone again to please stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks and all the best. Bye for now.
Thanks, Gord. That was great, and thank you, Minister Morgan. I very much appreciate it. And Cam, always appreciate your efforts as well. Say one thing, if we could maybe get the recipients of the awards to just turn on their monitor, their videos real quick, and just give us a little wave, just to allow everybody to see your smiling faces and provide you with a little bit of a recognition for the day. But I'd also like to make mention of Len Caskey, our Chief Mines Inspector, and all of his inspectors, and the great job they're doing to help support our efforts at the mines and to help keep us safe every day. So thank you very much, Len, and your crew.
Hey, Brad. Thanks.
Ah, there they are. Good.
Great job, guys.
Yeah, there's Neil. Yeah, good. Nathaniel. Yeah, Dustin. Good. All the best, folks.
Thanks,
Well
guys.
done, everyone.